Thank you, Bukola. On November 17, 2021, I did a review of the November 9 election of 2021. And this same issue of vote buying was widely reported. But I also went back in history to as far as 2010, when I was there live to observe the election. The same issues were reported. So it's not about Soludo, it's about the culture, the political culture of people wanting to be paid for their services of exercising their franchise. So you should not, and don't also take the voice of opposition as being the gospel truth, because it was a competitive purchase. I watched live the interviews by the APC candidates who alleges that the APJ candidate was buying votes. But APJ candidate also alleged that his opposition, the opponents were also buying votes for as much as 15,000. And that's when he made that statement that even if they are paying 100,000 naira, he was going to win. So the two frontline candidates were involved. So nobody should come on air to kind of point finger at the other. It's a mutual exercise that they all do, believing that if they don't do it, it will be to their disadvantage. But the paradox of vote buying, for me, is that if truly this vote buying is as widespread as we are making it to be, why then was there no significant improvement in the voter turnout? Is it that those who did not turn out did not want to sell, or they are not interested in the money? Because I know that even the Ondo governorship election, observers reported that a vote was being sold for as much as 20,000. But there was still low voter turnout. I'm not too familiar now, but I don't think the Ondo governorship election recorded up to 30% voter turnout. Neither was it that impressive also in Edo in September 2024. I was there in Edo live and I observed what happens. This issue of vote buying, I think, is just a convenient excuse for people to mourn their losses. As imagine someone like the Labour Party candidate, the ADC candidate, say, "Oh, they could not have won because of vote buying." But it is not true. The issue of winning and losing elections go beyond monetary purchase of votes. It has to do with a lot of other things. Do they have structure? Did they even campaign? In this election, we saw that the only robust campaign that took place was between the APC candidate and the All Progressive Grand Alliance candidate. Those are the two people. In fact, Soludo was head over heels. He was light years ahead of his competitors because it was on air, national network, paid for live transmissions, and people knew he was in that campaign. But imagine the 15 other candidates who are just doing a kind of political evangelism, just with half of people who are going to shops and all of that. You are not going to win an election like that. Look at the Labour Party that is in crisis. Look at the PDP that is in crisis. Look at the ADC that is in crisis. Look at even the leader of Labour Party, who could not win. He could not even deliver his polling units. So you know the issue of winning and losing election goes far beyond vote trading or vote buying. If that is the singular variable that wins you election, then there should be almost 90% turnout because people should be interested in that cash. But for the fact that people voted with their feet says much more about an endemic culture of nonchalance, the fact that there has not been significant improvement in the living standard of people, and also other variables like no opportunity for early voting for those who are going to be on election duty, late commencement of vote, limited number of hours of voting, which is just 6 hours compared to other countries that vote for 10 to 12 hours. Also, the issue of lockdown. I've raised all of these issues on several media platforms. Unless you do the needful, unless you do what other countries are doing, you will continue to record low voter turnout. It's not a magic that countries like Egypt and like Ghana, like Kenya, like South Africa records up to 70% voter turnout. Even in India, they have multiple voting techniques. They have diaspora voting, they have prisoners vote. They also have early voting provision. They have out of country voting. They have so many. They have touch screen. They have ballots. You have multiple techniques that can make you to participate. And then you don't have this kind of logistical challenges where there is no electricity, where there is no good roads. Persons with disabilities are complaining that they could not have easy access to roads, particularly those who are on wheelchairs and on crutches. So we need to do a lot more if we want to significantly improve voter turnout. It's not just about doling out money for votes.